right, y'all, I wanted to talk about another product that I've just added to do a little test run on. I'm trying to remember, I think in my last video I had mentioned I shot the MDT Bombers run in southern Indiana, the one-day regional. And one of the guys in my squad had this particular thing right here, which is a data card holder, which most of you guys will notice that's what this is, but it also, and I'll hold this up as for a close-up, also has an integrated timer. And so he was hitting the start button, his stage has started, and he knew exactly where he was at on time. And so I asked him a little bit about it. He told me it was a CrushIt, and the person that produces the CrushIt is 5x5 Precision, which I really didn't know what 5x5 Precision was, but I was very aware of the person that owns and runs 5x5 Precision. That person is Chad Heckler, which you guys know has kind of, I would say, owned PRS at the end of the season this year with his win. And so I thought, well, maybe I'd give one a try, just because I've been running, so I've only been shooting for a couple of years. I'm only, I think 4 matches in center fire, and I think I'm like 5 or so, 6 maybe matches in between PRS and NRL and 22 competitions, trying to do, as you guys have noticed from the DFAT video, a little bit more dry fire training. So I have a lot to work on, and I thought for my first real shot at, I guess, a rifle mounted data card, let's just go for it. And actually, you guys will have to message 5x5 Precision, which is essentially Chad Heckler, but it's actually very cost effective in the grand scheme of a lot of the data card holders. So I'll give you guys a quick close-up, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the functionality. We'll move the camera up and we'll go from there. All right, so a little bit closer, so you can see a little bit better now. This has a I'm gonna say a Velcro based card. You can write, if you really want, dry erase on here. I don't know, I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that. I'm a little bit worried. Stage, I might, middle stage, wipe my dope off. So a lot of times what I was doing on my arm board was green or blue painter's tape with Sharpie marker, and then I could just paste a new piece and write my next stage dope over the top. So the data card holder isn't so much the unusual part. It's having an onboard timer, and this is a countdown timer, which is nice. I think, let's see, some folks use these little Amazon sport watches, which these guys are count up timers. So you kind of have to remember what the stage time is, whether it's 90 second par times, 120 second par times, and then it always starts back from 0. So that was okay. I was running that on my, I'd stitched it to my wrist coach. But this CrushIt timer, and you guys hopefully can see right now, has 1:30 on there. And I'll show you guys a little bit more, but it's a countdown timer. Super easy to use. Start and stops there. You can press both, resets to 0. If it's a 2 minute, start, run it down. I'm not gonna let it go ahead and count all the way down. I'll actually put like 10 seconds, and Chad, 11 seconds. Chad does have a video on the 5x5 Precision channel that kind of goes through all of this. So you can see I'll let it run down from 10 here. It doesn't beep at 10 or 30, anything like that, but I will say it's right there inside a line, so I use a send it level. I can generally see it beeps. If you let it run all the way down, hit the start stop, it'll go back to the par time. So if you're like a lot of our NRL 22 matches are 2-minute pars, a lot of the center fires are 90-second pars, you don't have to re-enter the time every single stage. But this is so the main body of this it's a 3D printed body. It's pretty well, I'm gonna say it's not like a real rough 3D print. It's pretty clean, and then it has what I'm assuming is an aftermarket timer that sits in here. Works really well. I know Chad had mentioned on his video, I haven't obviously had it that long, so I don't know battery life, but you can flip it around here. He did provide a printed access back, so it's easy to change the battery on it. It does have an auto shut off. I don't know how long that auto shut off is, but every time I get done doing dry fire practice and I come back down and look, it's off. But I really haven't kept track of the timer. Chad does send this out with I think the option of a couple difference. Now, I had messaged him on Facebook, and the reason that I had done that is the only thing I could Google and find is that Swanee's Comp Gear is the only one that is a website listed seller of this. However, they're out of stock, and they do show this is actually the version 2. There's a version 1 that's out there that looks a little bit different, has a different timer on it than this one does. So this is the V2, but Chad sends it with this is a pick rail mount. Just has like a little turn so you can mount it kind of rifle to rifle. When I messaged him on Facebook, I said, you know, hey, I noticed there were 4 total mounts. I run spur mounts. Could I get one of those? And he's like, yeah, I'll send it with this and an extra spur mount. He actually set 2 spur mounts. I don't know if that's normal or not, which is nice. But they it integrates on the side. It does have kind of a swing adjustability. Also has a swivel adjustability, so I can tuck it right back in if I want to take it apart. Just a couple screws to come off. So let's see, I think that's kind of all to say about it so far. What I've been doing with it, I haven't shot a match with it, but I have been doing dry fire practice, and in particular practicing 15, 12, and 10 seconds into position, steady gun, level out, and trigger pull. 12 seconds is pretty easy. Sometimes I can make it in 10, but it's a good way to practice that positional start. So hopefully more to come. I wasn't aware of it, but I'd do a quick little video if it helps you guys find it. But again, you can either look at Swanee's, they were out of stock. But if you message via Facebook, Chad Heckler at 5x5 Precision, let him know what you're looking for, how you plan to mount it, then you can work it out from there. He did tell me that he doesn't have, he has a 5x5 Precision website. However, the shop's not set up, so you really need to message him on Facebook. So, and then he'll be able to work out the deal. Super great, nice guy. Got it out like the next day. I think I paid him PayPal or something like that, so it was really, really easy. So give it a try. It's worked really well for me at this point. Give you a match update after the first match that I shoot with it, tell you what I think about it. But looking forward to know what I have left on the clock.